Imagine a world cloaked in darkness, where the sun's rays no longer bring warmth and hope. Gone are the vibrant colours of freedom, replaced by a monochrome existence that stifles the human spirit. The once bustling streets, filled with laughter and life, now echo with the cold, grey hues of fear and uncertainty. Iconic landmarks, once symbols of hope and progress, now stand as grim reminders of a world enslaved by its own shadows. The Statue of Liberty, torch extinguished, stands silent, a mute witness to the loss of freedom. Big Ben's clock face is shattered, its hands frozen in time, symbolizing a world where progress has come to a halt. The Eiffel Tower, once a beacon of progress and innovation, now bristles with surveillance equipment, watching every move. This is our world now, a place where shadows reign and hope is a distant memory. A world where every nation has succumbed to the iron grip of dictatorship, where freedom is but a forgotten dream. The transition was swift, brutal and absolute, leaving no room for resistance or dissent. Democracies, weakened by internal strife and lulled into complacency, fell like dominoes one after another. Promises of stability and order proved irresistible to a populace grappling with uncertainty and fear. But these promises came at a steep price. The very essence of freedom itself, the very foundations of liberty, free speech, a free press, the right to assemble were systematically dismantled piece by piece. Those who dared to raise their voices in protest were silenced, their dissent crushed beneath the heel of the new order, their cries for justice unheard. And so the world descended into darkness, a chilling testament to the fragility of freedom and the seductive allure of authoritarianism. This is the reality we face, a stark reminder of what we stand to lose if we do not remain vigilant. The descent into tyranny wasn't a sudden earthquake, it was a slow, insidious erosion. Like a virus, discontent spread through the body politic. Economic disparities widened, fueling resentment and instability. Political polarization deepened, turning neighbours into enemies. Trust in institutions, the bedrock of democracy, crumbled. Against this backdrop of vulnerability, aspiring dictators rose to prominence. They were masters of manipulation, exploiting fear and uncertainty to their advantage. They offered simplistic solutions to complex problems, scapegoating minorities and demonizing dissent. Their rhetoric, laced with promises of greatness and a return to a mythical golden age, resonated with a disillusioned populace. One by one, democratic norms were chipped away. Elections, once the cornerstone of representative government, became rigged spectacles. The media, once a watchdog against tyranny, was muzzled, transformed into a mouthpiece for the regime. The judiciary, once a guarantor of justice, was bent to the will of the dictator. The world watched, some with indifference, some with trepidation, as the pillars of democracy crumbled. Few realized the full extent of what was being lost until it was too late. The age of freedom had given way to the age of tyranny. Gone are the days of open debate and free expression. The vibrant discussions that once filled the halls of society have been replaced by an eerie, oppressive silence. In their place reigns a suffocating silence born of fear and enforced conformity. People walk the streets with their heads down, avoiding eye contact, afraid to speak their minds. The omnipresent gaze of the state penetrates every aspect of daily life, leaving no room for dissent, no space for individuality. Surveillance is absolute, and the feeling of being watched is inescapable. Cameras peer from every street corner, their unblinking eyes recording every move, every interaction. The sense of privacy has become a distant memory. Drones hum overhead, their cameras capturing images that are fed into sophisticated facial recognition software. These flying sentinels ensure that no one can escape the watchful eye of the regime. Even the privacy of one's home offers no sanctuary. Hidden cameras and microphones lurk in every corner, turning personal spaces into extensions of the surveillance state. Government spyware monitors online activity, flagging any hint of subversive thought. Every keystroke, every click is scrutinized, and the consequences of dissent are severe. Education has become a tool of indoctrination. Schools no longer teach critical thinking or creativity. Instead, they serve as breeding grounds for loyalty to the regime. Children, their minds malleable, are taught to revere the dictator and embrace the ideology of the regime. They are moulded into obedient followers from a young age. History is rewritten, dissent is vilified, and critical thinking is stifled. The past is manipulated to serve the present, and any challenge to the official narrative is swiftly crushed. The youth, once a beacon of hope for a better future, are moulded into obedient citizens, their individuality crushed beneath the weight of propaganda. They march in lockstep, their dreams replaced by the regime's doctrine. The economy, tightly controlled by the state, serves the interests of the elite. State-run factories churn out goods, but the benefits are reaped by a select few. Resources are scarce, rationed out to reward loyalty and punish dissent. The common people struggle to survive, their lives dictated by the whims of the powerful. The black market thrives, offering a lifeline to those desperate enough to risk the consequences. In the shadows, people trade for essentials, defying the state's control. Poverty and inequality flourish, breeding resentment and fueling the flames of rebellion that simmer beneath the surface. The oppressed dream of a day when they can rise up and reclaim their freedom. Despite the all-encompassing grip of the dictatorship, the human spirit, that indomitable force, refuses to be extinguished. It is a force that has endured through the ages, surviving countless attempts to crush it. In the darkest corners of society, hidden from the prying eyes of the regime, whispers of dissent begin to emerge. These whispers, though faint at first, carry the weight of a collective yearning for change. They start small, almost imperceptible acts of defiance. A single act may seem insignificant, but it is a spark that can ignite a wildfire. A word scribbled on a bathroom stall, a message that speaks volumes to those who understand its meaning. A book passed from hand to hand, its pages filled with forbidden knowledge, knowledge that empowers and enlightens, offering a glimpse of a world beyond the regime's control. A song hummed under one's breath, its lyrics a subtle indictment of the regime. Music, a universal language, becomes a tool of resistance. These acts of defiance, though seemingly insignificant, are seeds of rebellion, sown in the fertile ground of discontent. Each act a testament to the enduring human spirit. They are fueled by a yearning for freedom, a longing for a world where the human spirit can once again soar. This yearning is a powerful force, driving people to take risks they never thought possible. As the whispers grow louder, they coalesce into organized resistance movements. These movements, though small at first, begin to gain momentum. These movements, diverse in their composition, but united in their opposition to tyranny, bring together people from all walks of life. Their diversity is their strength, each person contributing their unique skills and perspectives. They operate in the shadows, their members bound by a shared commitment to freedom and a willingness to risk everything for a chance to reclaim it. Their determination is unwavering, their resolve unbreakable. The fight ahead will be long and perilous. The path to freedom is fraught with danger, but it is a path they are willing to walk. The regime is ruthless, its grip on power absolute. Its enforcers are ever watchful, ready to crush any sign of rebellion. But the resistors draw strength from the righteousness of their cause, their spirits bolstered by the knowledge that they are fighting for something far greater than themselves. They find hope in each other, in their shared dream of a better future. Their spirits bolstered by the knowledge that they are fighting for something far greater than themselves. They are united by a common purpose, their bonds forged in the fires of adversity. They are fighting for the soul of humanity. For a world where freedom and justice prevail, where the human spirit can thrive unencumbered by oppression.